don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. The air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. And we sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value. So, I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
It's like one of those things where you were okay, and then just within a light switch just instantly throws me into a bad mood. I cannot believe it. All right. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. This is the Political Spotlight. It is episode 454. We are normally, typically not here on Fridays or Saturdays, but we were off Wednesday. Wednesday we were off because we went to the Beckwith Town Hall, and it got over and we got home late, so we didn't do a show. But we also didn't do a show. I think maybe we didn't start off the week. I think we were also absent Sunday. So we said we would do a special makeup show tonight, and that is the case. We will not be here tomorrow. Brandon and I are going to be down at Deer Creek rocking out. So we will not be here tomorrow. We will be back Sunday night. And I think hopefully we'll be back to a full roster. Again, tonight we are solo with no producer Kate. Last night, I think she was sick, I think. And tonight she's packing to fly from her home away from home on the West Coast and is heading back into our region. She'll be here sometime between now and hopefully Sunday night at 9 p.m. So we will see. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a show for you, and we hope that you will do us a favor. We do not ask you to pay. We are not behind paywall. We don't do things for members or for some people. Hey, we're Patreon, all that bull crap. We don't do that. What we have to say, we want everyone to be able to hear, and we don't need you to pay for it. But we do ask that you kindly consider giving us a like. We do ask that you subscribe to the show if you are not subscribed. If you do hit that subscription button, let your fingers just glide right on over and click the bell so you're updated when we go live or when we drop static videos or release shorts. We are here we are here at 9 p.m. 5 days a week, generally Sunday through Thursday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 9 p.m. However, if you're one of the people that hits the bell, then you would be notified when we go live on a specialty night like Friday or Saturday. So that's something you'll want to do. If you are watching, we are a very interactive show. We are, of course, bringing this to you live Friday, May 23rd. It is just about 8 after 9 p.m., 8 minutes after 9 on Eastern Standard Time, 9:08 p.m. If you're watching this live and you want to interact with us specifically, Tell us what you think about what we're talking about. You agree, you disagree. If you have something to add, you're going to want to comment over here on the right-hand side. If you want to comment, if you're watching this in the future via replay, you'll comment down here below in the comment section. And that's all fantastic. Above all else, share the show with everyone you know. Help spread the word. That is what helps us out. If you want to follow us on social media, here are all of the links, the various places that you can go to follow the show and do all of that stuff. That's on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, you can find the studio line. That way you can call or text me directly. You can also find the emails. That's my personal email, the show email. That's all right there. So please check that stuff out if you are so inclined. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have two specific topics that we're going to be talking about, along with some maybe extra fillers here and there. But we have two main portions. This is like a McDouble or a double cheeseburger, wherever you choose to eat your meat from, I guess. This is a twofer, a big twofer. We're going to be talking about the dirty Grant County. That's what we're going to be talking about right up here at front. And then towards the back of the program, we're going to be talking about the Prairie Creek problem. And so that's going to be our two shows. I told everybody last night we would be talking about the Prairie Creek, Indiana American water situation. We will be talking about that. That'll be on the second half of the show. But right up here at first, we're going to be talking about dirty Grant County. And we're going to be joined by our very special contributing correspondent, Dr. Katherine Callahan. I'm going to go ahead and bring her up. Right there she is.
Your day should be fantastic now that I'm here.
It's all wonderful. It's fantastic. Everything's great, lovely, and wonderful. Everything's good to go, and we're going to rock and roll. Let me see here. So real quick, let me run down here through. Looks like Les is here. Alva.
Cindy's here with Dawn.
Cindy, yes.
Got the Madison County representation.
Fantastic.
I wonder if we'll have any Delaware County or Grant County, Grant County tonight.
I tagged some people. I put it over in their section. If you're here from Grant County, please let us know. That would be fantastic if you would let us know if you're here from Grant County. I know that I talked to some people from up there, and I specifically sent a message to the lady in the video, Megan Glickfield.
Hello, Joe Black.
She did not respond.
She's a bit in a pickle because she's an employee.
She can talk. She's a citizen as well.
She
and
is.
There's nothing wrong with her saying whatever. Now, I don't know. Listen, I'm not her friend, so it probably went off to the spam folder. And I tagged her about an hour ago in another group message, or like in a where she had been commenting on a comment. And I told her, like, hey, look in your spam folder. This is who I am. This is what I want. So this is a situation where maybe she'll see that later. I mean, this is all kind of coming together. What we're going to be talking about tonight is coming from the Grant County commissioners meeting, which was on Monday the 19th. And this has been brought to my attention. Unbeknownst to me, somebody tried to bring this to my attention, I guess, Tuesday or Wednesday, but I didn't know what they were talking about. And then Katherine shared it with me earlier. And when Katherine shared it with me, she shared the actual video. So I was able to watch the video. So we're going to be watching a snippet, about a 5, 6, 8-minute segment of the Grant County commissioners meeting from last Monday, the 19th.
And we got a Delaware County person here. So,
we got lots of Delaware County.
Or Delaware, no, Grant County. I mean, I was waiting for Grant County. But here's the thing.
What do you mean? You said someone's from Grant County's here?
No, I thought somebody was Grant. It's Delaware. But
no.
I'm getting the counties confused. Grant County, and here's the thing. Tipton County has seen this video, and so they're mad at me, and they're like, why would we pay attention to what's going on in Grant County? People, if you think this stuff isn't going on anywhere, it's going on everywhere.
Wait. Tell me about Tipton again.
Tipton, I posted this video and told people to watch it. They're like, our commissioners over here are great. We don't have these kind of problems. Our commissioners don't behave this way. I said, well, you need to be aware of it because it's going to happen someday. It's never a matter of this doesn't happen. All these elected officials get too big for their britches at some point. It's just the way it is, because for some reason we have too much faith in people when we elect them.
Well,
and so
maybe Tipton's commissioners are fine right now on whatever issue they're
exactly
having. But what happens? Tipton and Grant County is really close. What happens if Ron Stewart decides he wants to run for a state representative position, and
exactly.
it touches both? It would be nice to know what's going on. I don't just follow what goes on in Delaware County. I'm a little bit different, but it makes sense to kind of follow what goes on in a community, around.
Well, and it was one of our contiguous counties. So I was like, hey, this could affect all of us at some point. And what happened was I was just sitting in my office doing my job, and somebody tagged me on this video. And I thought, Kristopher's not brought this up. So I immediately get on the phone, which everybody knows that Kristopher just always pushes me to voicemail. And then he says,
everybody,
I'll call you back. And then he never calls me back. But I wasn't taking no for an answer today. So I just kept blowing up his phone. And finally he answered me.
You did that?
He was busy. And so he watched the video and he was like, holy cow. And I said, we just got to talk about this tonight. So I don't know how many of you have seen the actual video, but this,
I would say
it makes Madison County commissioners look like angels. It makes John Richwine look like a saint.
I wouldn't necessarily go that far.
It is off the chain. Hey, listen, at least in Madison County, Slick Ricky and Richwine, they just don't even let the public speak. But this was to one of their own employees. Now, here's the thing. People were asking me, what are some things we can do? And I'm just kind of building up until Chris says we're ready to roll with the video. I said,
I'm pulling something up.
You could call the health department, right? I mean, Delaware County Health Department. But here's the thing. I want to remind people, the health officer in that county and the health administrator in that county are always appointed by who else? The commissioners. So I don't know that they would get a lot of help from that, but that is an option, right? So there's some options there. But there's some other options, and everybody is fully aware who's watched me for enough time. I have lived with things for so long, and I gave our commissioners about 18 months to rectify their behavior with the disgusting pole barn morgue. So I turned them into OSHA, where they in turn were going to get fined like $30,000 if they didn't fix the problems that were out there. So, that is another thing that that they can look at. I know Kristopher had made a post like we need to get some records requests going.
I already have done that.
Okay. So like we need to find out, who's being paid to clean this? When are they being paid?
Hold on. We're saying things that I don't know that everybody else knows. Give me just 1 second. I don't know that anybody else.
I'm just trying to do some filler here until you get.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm trying to pull this up so everybody can see exactly what's going on here. Give me 1 second. I'm just saying, I don't know. Maybe everybody knows. Has anybody, first of all, I'm not on screen really quickly. Is anybody here yet, or has anybody said that they're here from Grant County? Have we had anybody say that yet?
No, and I am paying attention to all the stuff over here about what we're doing. But no one has said anything, and I can.
Okay. Here we go. I was pulling this up here real quick so we could show kind of what's happening here. Okay, let me download this. So you guys, when do you guys have your commissioners meetings? You have them on.
Our commissioners meeting in Madison County is the first and third Tuesday at the very convenient time for the public at 10 a.m. when most of us are working. And so that's when our commissioner meetings are. You do not get to speak in the commissioners meeting, which blows my mind that anybody would actually accept that.
No one should accept that.
You shouldn't. I mean, you should be like, no, we're going to speak. So I don't know where this dictator came from and that all of you feel that we should follow Rich Wine, but I just want you to know that you should speak.
Yeah. Citizens should definitely should fight back on that. Delaware County, obviously, our meetings are the first and third Monday of the month at 9 a.m. Grant County, I feel like their commissioners' meetings are they're the first and third Monday. I think that they're at 9 a.m. I can't say that for definite. I think that they're at 9 a.m., but I will look into that. But just to make sure everyone's aware of what we're talking about. So we've got the map of this is basically East Central Indiana up here, blown up here. This is not what Indiana looks like. This is just the cutout portion here. Obviously, Delaware County, Muncie is down here. You've got Winchester and Randolph County down here on who is putting up comments.
I am doing it.
Oh, take those comments off there real quick. Hold on here. Just 1 second. Sorry, I was like, what? Kate's here somehow. Hold on just 1 second. I was like, what in the hell? I didn't know you knew how to do that. That's amazing. I love it. Okay, so Madison County is the long county next to Delaware. The county that is circled here is Grant County. So Delaware, Madison, Grant, Blackford, Jay, Randolph, we're all like right there by each other. So this, there are people that work down here that live up there, people that live here that work up there. So it's definitely like stuff that people around here should absolutely care about. So that's where we're going to be talking. Let me get this off here. And then if you want to put up comments, you're free to do that. So without further ado, we can also pull up
as a jab to whoever is contracted to do that job. I don't know those people.
Hold on.
But
Let me pause this. We don't want to do that. Okay. So this commissioners meeting is being ran. I would say it's in the morning, and which is again a very Ooh,
we got a Grant County person. Woo woo!
All right, who's here from Grant County?
Kieran is here from Grant County.
I'm off screen, so I'm not seeing here.
Yeah, so Kieran Gossett is from Grant County. So
feel
free to share with us.
Great, I love it, and feel free to share this with all of your people out there. Now, before we start this, there are, of course, like every other county in all the 92 counties in Indiana, 91 because Indianapolis, Marion County does not have commissioners. There are 3 commissioners that are making up the commissioner's office. In Grant County, we have District 1, 2, and 3. District 1 is Shane Middlesworth, and he is the gentleman on the left, Shane Middlesworth. In the middle, we have Chuck Poling. And then in the right, we have District 3, Ron Stewart. Now, for those that do not know, Ron Stewart is a holdover from the last set of commissioners. Shane Middlesworth and Chuck Poling both ran last year, and they ran on the account. So basically, it's the same situation that we have here in Delaware and in Madison and in Randolph and in Henry and everywhere in Jay County. All 3 of these dudes are Republican. Before last year's election, all 3 of them were Republican. So last year we had 2 factions of the Republican Party fighting. And I was talking to a couple people. There's actually something else I've been working on for the last couple of weeks off the books in Grant County, and I've been talking to a couple people. And when I was talking to somebody about a week and a half ago, they said basically The former commissioners that were all Republican that Ron Stewart was a part of, they tend to be more establishment, kind of like the state Republicans. Some of the Republicans that we have here in Delaware County like that, definitely what Madison County has going on. And that Shane Middlesworth and Chuck Polling, they ran as kind of sort of the everyday, the working man's Republican, and we're going to come in and we're going to be transparent. We're going to do it right. And I've heard a lot of people are happy with what the commissioners have been doing in Grant County. I don't know if that's true. I don't live up there, and I want to test the waters and talk to more people. But from the few people I've talked to, everyone's been pretty happy. So I can't comment on that. I don't know if Katherine, if you know anything about that.
Well, here's all I know. I don't really care what anyone has to say, because these actions that took place in this meeting
today, yes,
there is nothing that anybody from Grant County can tell me that these are good people.
Yeah, well, they may have done a good job up to this point, but there's a definite issue.
I can't imagine how.
Yeah. So
because this is off the chain.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, like a lot of other things that we talk about on here, this meeting in full is 57 minutes and 30 seconds. We're not going to go through the whole meeting. If you want to watch this entire meeting, you can find it simply by going to YouTube or going to Google and typing in Grant County, Indiana Commissioners Meeting 5/19/25, and the whole thing is there. It's very easy. You can find it and watch it if you want to watch it in full. We are going to start, so you're aware, at the 49-minute mark, 49 and 30 seconds. After we wrap up tonight, I'm going to make a short of this video and just put out the part that we are interested in as a static video if people want to watch that on our section. And I'm going to tell everybody what I want you to watch for, and I don't want to say anything till it happens. So what I want people to watch for, there are two issues. There's issues with behavior, but then there's another issue.
I was just getting ready to say that one, so I stopped.
What?
The other issue.
The other, yeah. Then there's another issue, and I want to see if people can pick up on what it is.
And I didn't catch it.
Yeah. So you didn't see it the first time around.
No. Kristopher had to tell me. So let's roll this.
Yeah, let's roll this and see where we are.
Alva, Stumblefoot, you guys are all on the mark. Les, Joe Black.
Yeah, see if we can see what we can find here. All right, here we go.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Megan Glickfield. I don't believe we formally met, but you've probably heard my name from the 2 emails I sent you last week that I've yet to receive a response to. I'm the bailiff in Superior Court 1. So I'm here.
Straight off the bat, we have government employee who's also, I'm assuming, a citizen. I don't know that she lives there, but she's definitely employed in the government. I would assume she's a citizen of Grant County. So we have a citizen and an employee talking to the commissioners. So, they should definitely be interested in what she's got to say. And she's talking in the public concerns section, the public comment section. They didn't call her up. She wasn't on the agenda. So keep that in mind. Here we go.
To just comment and touch on the air quality and the prohibited items in the courthouse. I have prepared a slideshow. I've also taken the liberty to print these off for you.
And so you're seeing here, there's 4 things on the screen. There's Megan Glickfield, the bailiff, who's talking at the podium. She's in the middle. On the left of her is the audience. I don't know who the 2 guys are there. They're just people in the audience. I would say they're county employees. They've got like emblems on their shirt, I would say. And then on the right side, you see 2 of the 3 commissioners. And the commissioners in the frame are District 3, Ron Stewart. He's to the very right. And the guy in the suit jacket is Shane Middlesworth, District 1. Then there is the District 2 Commissioner, Chuck Polling. He is to the left of Shane Middlesworth, and we'll see him here in a minute. But that's who the players are.
What I want to say is you're watching this whole video. If their mouth does not say it, their body language screams it.
Mm-hmm.
I just want everybody to be clear.
Yeah. What I mean, you're going to want to watch, listen to what they say, watch for their body language, and then watch for the other thing that you think might be a problem here. That's not the other commissioner. That's like an attorney, I guess, or I don't know, or maybe the auditor.
To touch on the matter of the air quality in the courthouse. Thank you, sir. We have some areas of concern here that I have taken the time to make this slideshow and note. I have worked for Grant County for going on over 8 years now, and I cannot tell you the last time our building was cleaned or sanitized. I don't say this as a jab to whoever is contrary.
In case you didn't hear what she said she has worked as a bailiff in Grant County for the last 8 years. And in that 8-year window, she does not know the last time the building was clean or sanitized. Keep in mind that 8-year window occurred while COVID was in action. COVID occurred during this time. That's what blew me away, was like, what? Our county here went into like over mold or mold. I saw that over mode with like cleaning. They had people in there cleaning like daily during COVID. And so that really shocked me.
Contracted to do that job. I don't know those people, but it's not being done. So the email was not well received by me and many of my colleagues, as you might know. I'm sure you've gotten a lot of response. I believe we're looking over bigger issues here. So one of my questions was going to be if there has been an air quality test performed. You answered that. Not yet is what I'm understanding.
Clear it all out first.
Right. So we're treating symptoms rather than the cause. It would seem to me.
We also know about all these problems. We're commissioners been here 5 months.
No, I understand
this has
that.
been going on for years.
It sure has.
So why didn't you ever address the other commissioners?
That I can't answer. I don't know. It's
you can't answer it because now we're making you accountable for air quality.
Sometimes we want the problem to be resolved and we think the problem's going to be resolved. And then sometimes we actually believe that when we elect new officials and have some turnover, that things are actually going to get better. So the comments and the derogatory comments from this guy and the fact that every time she tries to speak, he interrupts her is absolutely disgusting. He needs to shut his pie hole. He needs to sit there and he needs to be an active listener. He's about as disrespectful as they come. And I'm telling you, she did a great job because I probably would have done a lot more in this meeting. Because, the constant excuse of, well, I've only been here 5 months. Well, you know what? I bet you that you've peed or you've taken a deuce or done something in that courthouse in the last 5 months. So with that being said, I would think you'd want some clean toilets.
Well, and we're going to see some pictures here of the hallways and other places that are just mind boggling to me. But here's my thing. Okay. So I get what he's saying. Like, wait a minute, you're bringing this up now. You didn't bring this up the last 8 years. Well, first of all, she's not said that. She does speak to that here in a minute. And maybe she thought it was someone else's. Maybe she finally got to her breaking point. She was like, wait a minute, if no one else is going to do it, I'm going to do it. She also probably thought, hey, these two guys are coming in. They're doing a good job. They're going to do a good job. They're trying to do good, right. And I'm going to give them some time. And then when she finally looked down and it was like May and nothing had happened, she's like, okay, it's time for me to say something now. So yeah, Stumblefoot, he's a bit sensitive, right? Like, it's nuts to me that he got that crazy. And we all the time gripe about when we get up to the podium and speak, they never will speak to us. And so I like that they're giving back and forth with her. What I don't like, and we'll see here at the end, is they don't give her time back for when they're interrupting her. I don't know if they have a time limit or what, but they took so much of her time. And really what they should have done is they should have listened to her presentation. And if she asked any questions, they should have then either answered the question at that point. But so far, she was just giving a presentation. They should have listened to it all and then started speaking. But he was right off the gate bam, on her ass and just.
And the whole thing is he's flipping through those pictures like they're on fire.
Yeah. He's mad.
Not taking the time, you know. And here's what I would do at the next meeting: I'd bring everybody in that courthouse down to that meeting, and I'd make that standing room only, and let him treat all the concerned citizens in there. People, I want you to understand something. When you flush a toilet, the water from that toilet goes airborne at least 6 to 10 feet. Sure. This is why we tell people to cover your toothbrushes or put them in a drawer if it's out on the kitchen, out on the sink, because of how it aerosolizes. Now, just think, you're in there, you're flushing these toilets, it's going to aerosolize, whether you like it or not. It's going to get in your hair. You're going to suck that in when you breathe. Somebody's flushing the toilets while you're washing your hands. You know, this is the whole thing that people need to understand, the dangers that come with this.
Yeah.
Now everybody will be putting their toothbrushes up after tonight.
Right. All right, here we go. And we're just barely scratching the surface. Here we go.
Control, and that's why
I think I'm here to make you accountable for the cleanliness of the building.
I'm here to make you accountable for the cleanliness of the building. Yes, they're in control of the buildings. They are. Let me be very clear. Shit rolls uphill in politics, and she is 1,000% right. I am here to make you accountable for the cleanliness of the building, to which he says, no. What?
Well, and that's the thing. What is their responsibility? They're in charge of the car insurance on the cars. When you have a county, they're responsible for the cars. They're responsible for the buildings. These guys volunteered to run for a position. Now, all of a sudden, you don't want to meet the job description? Okay, then I suggest you resign.
Yeah, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. And moreover, it would be better if they handled themselves with a little bit more professionalism, because the way that they are acting in this is wild. It's wild to me how they're acting. All right, let's go on here.
We've only been here 5 months. You work here. Let me speak. You're in my meeting.
Okay.
Okay.
No, let me speak. You're here in my meeting. No, Mr. Polling. I feel like what needs to happen is maybe they've had a pretty good run, so they're getting to be like high and mighty. Mr. Polling, let me knock you on your stupid ass down the pole a little bit. You and your cohorts here, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, you are in the people's building. You are in the people's chairs, in the people's room, in the people's meeting. You are a public servant who are beneath the people that you're talking to. You're not in charge of, you're not higher than. And that thing right there is absolutely insane. For him to say, you're in my meeting.
And I'm going to point this out. I am not some big women's rights person. That's not me, but I'm going to tell you something. How many men are sitting up at that desk and how many women are there? You mean to tell me a group of grown men are behaving this way to a female who's being completely respectful? I don't know what these men, or even if they're married, but their wives have done a horrible job at molding them, and their mothers have done even a worse job on how to be respectful at somebody at the podium. There is no need for his hostility. There's no need for his behavior. If he doesn't like it, then fix the problem. And you know what? You wouldn't be on full blast. So this is for them to own. But for him to say you're in my meeting, the only reason why you're in that seat is because the people put you in that seat. Now, hopefully, Grant County, you remember this the next election time, but you're going to have another 3.5 years with this miserable guy. So there's nothing you can tell me that they've been doing a good job.
I want them to remember it on June 2nd or whenever the next meeting is. I would like for these people to be called out at this next upcoming meeting in like 2 weeks. Don't wait till the next election. call these people's dumbass out now for this nonsense.
Yes.
I mean,
I'm telling you, she needs to rally the troops. I'm
Yeah.
just telling you that.
Yeah, and I don't know what her deal is. I understand and I know that she is an employee. I know that she's in a touchy spot. And I'm just going to say this to anybody that's out there right now listening to this. I know the Grant County people, some of you guys know me, some of you don't. For the people that do not know me, I am not a journalist. I do not need to badger her to give me the use of her name and to be able to use it and say she talked to me, or anybody else. If there are any employees out there, if there are any family members of employees out there, if there are any friends of people, if Megan or anybody wants to contact me, no one will know that we have ever talked. I have been broadcasting. I have been doing this for 7 years. I'll be 43 or 44 this July. I've been politically active on the local, state, and national political scene for the better part of 25 years. Politics is my life. I'm a former police officer, worked in the Delaware County Prosecutor's Office after I left the police department. I've worked for my father. I sold cars, and this is what I do full time. I'm a political commentator. We do not burn sources. I'm a political commentator. It's opinion here. So I am willing to talk to you off the record. I can use information off the record. No one ever has to know that we've talked. If you tell me something that you want me to use, the only time I will use it if you tell me it's okay. I will never use your name unless you say it's okay. So please feel free to contact me, call me, reach out to us, contact Katherine. Everybody, we're all the same here. We all work together. We'll do whatever we can to help you. You can definitely reach out to me, and just right here, so you know, you can contact me, text me, or call me. That's my phone number. Call me, and I will help you. We'll get the information out. I would love to talk to Megan, and if she calls me, no one ever has to know. You might not ever know that she calls me, but if anybody's out there, please, if she's willing and able or feels like she can, I would love to speak with her or people connected to her or other people like her or whatever. If someone's retired, like, recently, reach out to me. I would love to talk with you about this. So, okay, let's go on a little bit longer here.
That's fine. That's fine. But what I'm saying is, we're trying to fix things. We're catching all this heat. We've been here 5 months. This has been going on for years. Our maintenance people has hauled over 50 loads out of the complex, the courthouse, the 911. And you guys need to give us a chance and let this heating and air work out, because all that you complain, there's a whole lot of people came to us and said they're glad we fixed it. So I just want to put this out there. This is not on these commissioners right here. This probably been going on.
Nor did I say it was. You didn't let me finish. If you're receiving me being here today as an attack, that is a you problem, not a me problem.
Absolutely. I'm just curious why you never. Wait a minute. I'm just curious why you're talking about the dirt and all this, but you never came to a commission meeting or a council meeting when I was on the council and talked about any of this. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay,
I know that my superiors have brought up the cleanliness of our building to you.
So you've got a guy who's been on the council. I don't know how long he's been on the council. Okay. Now, this guy obviously doesn't know what lane he's driving in. Okay. When you're a council member, you're over the fiscal body. Okay. When you're a commissioner, you're over the buildings. So you see, when you change that hat, you change what you're over. So why he is bringing up the fact of his past, the only thing that brings me to, when you tell me that you were a councilman, well, then you have been aware that this has been a problem for 8 years. So that's all you did is admit to the fact that, yeah, you knew this was a problem, but here's what I'd like to know. Why didn't this councilman bring it up as a problem where he's been sitting at? Where's your problem? I mean, You've been in that role for 5 months. You can't tell me you haven't been in this courtroom for 5 months. You haven't seen that this is a problem. What you've done is you've come in with your blinders on, thinking that you're the commissioner. You want to bang your chest, and then you want to sit up there and talk to a female the way you do. Shame on this man. Somebody needs to make this man popular.
Yeah, it's crazy to me the way that he's talking. It's absolutely insane. And again, we're not even all the way through. I mean, we're still very early. It's everything
Fuller, right?
he says. What? So the man that's talking, the man that's causing the issue right now is Chuck Polling. He was just elected. This is been in there 5 months, along with the dude in the suit jacket. That's Shane Middlesworth, and they are new. They are both new. And, I think it's gross that one of the other commissioners aren't calling point of order and saying, let her finish.
Exactly. That's what I'm disgusted. A full room of men and no one can do the right thing.
Yeah. She's
standing
there and taking it.
Yeah, I don't know if any of these men have served in the military, but if they have, it's a disgrace.
Several times, and probably past commissioners as well. Nothing has been done about it. That's why I'm here today. You didn't answer to my emails. You don't want to talk to.
So now the truth starts to come out. She didn't start out coming to the meeting that's publicly live streamed, that's on the record, busting these guys' balls. She didn't come out throwing them under the bus. She sent them an email. Sounds like she sent them at least 2 emails, maybe more, but at least 2 that they didn't answer. They did not answer.
This person's from Grant County that I just put up.
Tyler, yeah, I see Tyler. Listen, they don't have to talk on record. Listen to me. I've been doing this for 7 or 8 years. I've talked to people as high up as working in the governor's office. I've talked to people that work with the lieutenant governor, with various state representatives, with the mayor of Muncie's secretaries, and people. They can talk and nobody ever knows it. So I don't need them to come on and put their face on screen. We just have to, if there's problems here, we got to start. Yeah, that's crazy.
Donald Watson corrects. The people have let this happen for too long. It's what you tolerate.
Yeah. And here's the thing: if they're firing somebody for an improper reason, someone has to push back. If we don't stand up and fight, then they win. These people are public servants, and we've made major changes in places throughout central Indiana. It can happen in Grant County. People have to do it. It has to be the people on the boots on the ground, the people with Grant County addresses they're fighting. We'll help them. We'll give you some help, but we have to have the help. We got to walk towards each other. Here we go.
To me today,
you got your answer to your email just a minute ago, Commissioner.
No, I have a lot of questions that are left unanswered.
We run the buildings. We own them.
Yeah, ding, 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 ding. We run the buildings. Okay, that's why she's coming to you, dipshit.
Right?
She's not going to the police department. Hey, there's a shit stain in the hallway. Can you do something about that? No, she's coming to the people that own the buildings. My grandparents were landlords. The people, if there was a problem in the building, they didn't go to the next door neighbor. They didn't go to their grandmother. They went to my grandparents. They're landlords. That's the problem. These people own the buildings. That's why she's there.
In the building.
That's why I'm bringing these problems
and we know these problems. That's why we're addressing
the general overall cleanliness of the building is a problem. So let's continue. That. This is what people see when they walk into our building.
Here we go.
This is the first thing they see. There has not been a
look at this hallway. Look at this hallway. This is nuts to me, seeing how dirty that is. And I was talking to somebody about this earlier, and they didn't mean anything by this, but they said it, and then they were like, oh, wait. Someone said, well, wait, why don't the employees clean it? The employees have day jobs that they're there doing. If they're not there, if they're not in there doing their day jobs, that's a problem. They can't be out here doing the job of the maintenance people. They have to be doing their jobs. So that's the issue. But she does say we've had people bring in our own supplies from home, which they should not be. They should not be doing that. They shouldn't have to do that. Let's go on.
This is what people see when they walk into our building. This is the first thing they see. There has not been a mop or vacuum ran in the 8 years that I have been employed here. Not one time. Unless myself or other employees bring their personal vacuum and cleaning items in to clean our space, which is unacceptable. Stains all over the
This is nuts.
floor and debris. Disgusting. Paper clips, staples, bugs, filth. The bathrooms. I should not have to hover to pee where I work. These bathrooms have probably never been cleaned. Look at the floor.
Utterly disgusting.
Urine from the men's restroom. That is unacceptable.
Look at this. Look at this. I am so glad that she put this on there. I used this as part of the thumbnail tonight.
And
I
this
am
is why
so
you
glad.
can't put the lid down on the bathroom, people, because most places like
there are not
don't have a
lids.
lid, right? They don't have a lid.
Yeah,
But I will tell you this. I don't know if people are watching from Grant County, but I want you to know, not having a place to eat, they have to meet certain accommodations for you. I mean, this is a federal employment thing. And so let me know. I have attorneys who specialize in this stuff. They're in Indianapolis and they're excellent. So, and sometimes you have to hold these people accountable. I know you fear for losing your job, but you also, there's a whistleblower law as well. So, you know, it's unbelievable that this has been acceptable by the people. I mean, this is a courthouse. Why isn't the layperson having a problem when you go in there with this?
Yeah, right. That's what I don't understand. This is absolutely nuts. Now, I do want to let everybody know. I filed I've sent 3 emails this morning to the Grant County commissioners. I sent one as a question, and I cannot tell you that question yet. I will tell you that question at the end of this video. The second one, I filed a record request asking for all invoices or payments or contracts for maintenance or the understanding of how their maintenance crew or maintenance man works, whatever the situation is there. I sent a records request for that. And then I sent a second record request that I can't tell you. I will tell you at the end of this video. Okay, let's move along here.
Poor water pressure on the 3rd floor, Mr. Pulling. You are number 1 in the number 2 business, if I recall.
All right, Mr. Polling, Chuck Polling, Commissioner Polling, District 2. She just said, which is funny. This chick is funny. She's amazing. She said, Mr. Polling, you are number 1 in the number 2 business, whatever. So people know his day job, he's a plumber. That's the deal. He's a plumber. And so he knows about this shit, pun intended. He understands how this stuff works, what should be happening and not happening. He understands this. Look, I don't care what these people do for a job or don't do for a job. Everybody understands basic cleanliness and hygiene. This is a serious issue. That's why I loved your idea, and I wanted to stop you when you said call the health department, because I wanted to make sure people were aware of what we were talking about. I think it's a beautiful idea. I tell you what I would do, because citizens, if your neighbor's house is like way out of whack, you can call the health department on them.
Yes.
I think citizens need to start making complaints to the health department on their county building and saying, like, look, there, all this, feces are backing up or being rubbed on the wall. There's, toilets aren't bolted down properly.
There's OSHA violations. I mean, there's lots of things you can do that are anonymous to shake the cages. The commissioners have to answer for it because they own the buildings.
Yeah.
That's what they pride themselves on.
Yes. Yes, Brenda, you're right. All right, I'm going to play this and I'll be right back. I'm going to play this. Here we go.
You know that poor water pressure would lead to inadequate flushing. We are often left dealing with the second picture there. That's disgusting. This ground floor public restroom, the toilet is not attached to the ground. You can lift it clean off the ground. I am not here to accuse you.
Sounds like that's what you're doing.
I'm here to get answers. I'm here to bring light to a bigger problem.
We just told you that we just got here 5 months ago and we're addressing all these issues that you're talking about. We have built a courtroom. We have built 2 other rooms the maintenance department has. All of you have to take your time. It took 25 years to get this place like this.
And I am not
discounting. It's going to take us more than 5 months to fix what you're.
To run a mop
that
in a
we
vacuum?
already know. We're addressing these issues, correct, Mr. President?
It shouldn't take 5 months to reassess and let whoever's supposed to be doing that over there know that their job is not being done up to par. This here is the men's restroom on my floor, the second floor. This is the restroom that we have to take inmates to when they're going to the restroom. What you see on the left here.
Your time's up.
Okay, I would love to make an appointment to sit down and talk.
Okay.
Oh, it gets worse, everybody. Don't think this is just the end of it.
Yeah. So, real quick, I want to take this back real quick, and I want you to listen to this. Listen to this right here.
This ground floor public restroom, the toilet is not attached to the ground. You can lift it clean off the ground.
That's a problem.
I am not here to accuse you.
Sounds like that's what you're doing.
I'm here to get.
Why is this dude so butthurt? Why can't it be she's saying...
I got it. You know why? What if you pull these records and he's the plumber?
That would be hilarious. I mean, I don't...
Think about it.
The building should... I've heard people say that...
Like he's done something.
He is. He is. He is for the jail. That's...
He is the plumber?
Yeah, for the jail. I don't know if it is for the county. I don't know if it is for the county building, but it very well could be. He very well could be, because I know that I've heard people say that he is for the jail.
So is there a conflict of interest on at the state for this guy?
I don't know if he's still that. I just know that back when he was running, people were saying, well, wait a minute. He's the guy cleaning at the jail. What's going to happen here? So I got to find this out. This
is why this guy's got his all tits in a ring.
But now as plumber, he's not the maintenance man. So we still need to find out what the deal is with the maintenance man.
That's not flushing.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah.
If the toilets aren't bolting down, that's him. I mean, this makes perfectly good sense now that she said that. All right, let's hear the last of this.
Yeah, here we go.
Get answers. I'm here to bring light to a bigger problem.
We just told you that we just got here 5 months ago and we're addressing all these issues that you're talking about. We have built a courtroom. We have built 2 other rooms the maintenance department has. All of you have to take your time. It took 25 years to get this place like this.
And I am not discounting that.
It's going to take us more than 5 months to fix what you're.
To run a mop in a vacuum?
We already know. We're addressing these issues, correct, Mr. President?
It shouldn't take 5 months to reassess and let whoever's supposed to be doing that over there know that their job is not being done up to par. This here is the men's restroom on my floor, the second floor. This is the restroom that we have to take inmates to when they're going to the restroom. What you see on the left here.
Your time's up.
Okay, I would love to make an appointment to sit down and talk further with this.
I'm Pam.
Okay. So they told her time is up. She then says, I would like to sit down and make an appointment to talk with you, which sounds like she's willing to do it on their time outside of the public view, which honestly, at this point, I would not do. I would make sure it's all done on public time, but she is an employee, so I'm okay with that. And she's still telling you, like, I'm not accusing you. I want to work together. So now the clerk, an elected official, the same as these gentlemen, no more, no less, no different, stands up and comes to her rescue and says, I want to give her my time. Listen.
Hear us, the county clerk, 2715 East Bocock, and I yield my time to Ms. Goodfield.
Don't yield time.
We can't yield time because we just can't figure it out. We don't understand it. We're too ignorant to understand this.
And our fellow commissioner's making such an ass out of the whole meeting. We better shut this down.
Yeah, it's just so stupid that would be said. Now, I just it's crazy. Okay, so let's go on and listen to what's said here then.
Well,
I will wrap it up. What you see here.
Your time's over.
Okay.
Step away.
It would have been nice if you would have let her complete her presentation without interrupting.
Because you took most of the time, Mr. Point. You. And I hope the public takes note.
I hope they do too.
Because a big part of your campaign was transparency.
I wish you would let her.
We're done.
I hope the public takes notice of how these employees are so unappreciative of what we're trying to do.
These employees are so unappreciative of what we're trying to do.
Okay, let me just give you everybody a news flash, okay? My day job, I have a real day job, okay? I want people to
I
understand.
have a real day job too, asshole.
I don't understand how these people can't comprehend, okay? If you go to fix a building room over here and you're going to fix a building room over here, and then your toilet's all back up and it floods the whole building, it's going to ruin your rooms. So
Sure.
Why wouldn't you go to the basics and figure out the basics and get some priority? I mean,
Sure.
I don't understand. You know, going to the bathroom, there's this thing called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Okay?
Yeah.
I need to be able to relieve my bodily functions before I worry about, do I have an appropriate room? So this guy has somewhere, I don't know, has lost his mind somewhere.
Yeah, it's really, really, really crazy. It's nuts. It's yeah.
So I mean, and then we're getting gavelled. I take that she gets a badge of honor for the gavel. And
Yeah,
if
yeah.
this is their clerk, good for this clerk.
Yeah, yes.
You know, that she's
Yes.
actually standing up. Because here's the thing, guys, these elected officials, she can't be fired. So
Yeah.
you can say what you want.
Whoa. Did you see this? They banned live plants and fake
Yes,
plants because they were ruining the air quality.
Yeah, I just sent you the article in Messenger. I got two things in Messenger for you. I've been doing some research while we've been running this.
Okay. So for those that are just joining in or whatever, the woman that was talking, the dark-haired woman that was talking, she is a bailiff in Grant County. She works for the courts. And listen, I'm just saying the commissioners might want to watch themselves a little bit because she does work for the judges.
Right?
Let's let the judges of the county get together and make a ruling that these assholes have to come over here and clean the building with their toothbrushes or their tongues or whatever. And they could do that or resign. Let's see something like that happen. I mean, Delaware County, put it to you this way, right, wrong, or indifferent, the judges in Delaware County, they would not put up with this. I'm just telling you. They would not put up with this. Donald says, this is appalling disrespect. Absolutely, sir. Yes, absolutely. 100%. Meg says, who's Megan? So she's a clerk, and that's what she's doing this. I put all those comments up, I think, while you were talking.
Okay.
This person here says, this is just the tip of the iceberg. The narcissistic misogynist will be held accountable. There is so much dirt to the story. The truth will come out, and those being silenced will be set free. Witness, listen to me. Political commentator. I've been involved with politics for the better part of 25 years. The last 25 years, I'm a former police officer. I've worked patrol, narcotics investigation, felony crimes investigation. I interview interrogation. I've been an investigator at the prosecutor's office. I know how to dig shit up. This is what I do. This is my day job. I'm a political commentator. Please, if you know people that are willing to talk off the record without getting burnt, I'm willing to help. Whatever we can do. I've got a team of people that work with me, producer, co-host. Catherine's on board. We've got another contributing correspondent, Audie Barber. We've got a team and a network that can help. Reach out to us. There's my number. There's the studio line number. Text, call me, get a hold of us, and we'll help how we can. We're based all over East Central Indiana. Our team is made up of people from Hamilton County, I think, Madison County, Delaware County, Randolph County. So we're here, Hancock County. That's right. So yeah, get in contact with us. There's the number. We can do what we can for you. We'll do whatever we can. All right, this is not done. We haven't seen it all just yet. Let's listen to this. This is crazy.
You didn't.
Oh, let's go back
Done
here
up to par.
so we can see what's happening.
Takes notice of how these employees are so unappreciative of what we're trying to do.
You didn't.
We need all the employees to work with us. Just give us a chance. Everybody can see what we're doing. We're making big strides, but it took 25 years to get it here. You can't come at us for 5 months when they've never came to a council meeting. I was on the council for 4 years. They've never came to us. Nobody's ever came to these issues. And when you see employees come up here just because we took out some plans and some stuff that wasn't allowed, and then they're addressing all this, why didn't they address it for 25 years? It never would have got like this.
Well, I don't know if he can't count, but she said she only worked there for 8 years.
Well, and you know what? Like Elvis said earlier.
That's right, Elvis.
Elvis said earlier, Elvis said, hey, he said this guy was over making sure these people got paid. So why didn't he make sure the people who he was paying actually did their job?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if this guy really wants to sling some mud, let's get it on.
Yeah. Look what Brenda said. And that's very true. And that's what's absolutely disgusting is if this girl would have been praising them, he would have let her talk all night. That's absolutely true. Jackie, I don't know if the health department's in that building or not. I'll have to go. I'll have to take a trip up there and look and see what's going on. It's been a while since I've been in Grant County. I don't know if anybody here from Grant County can answer that. Maybe give us a breakdown of what is in the buildings, how their buildings are made up. Maybe we can find that out. I don't know. Okay, let's continue on here.
Appreciate all your efforts, commissioners. Our building, I know it is in need of repair, and we see the efforts every day. So appreciate that.
Thanks.
I'll back that up. The fifth floor, when you introduced the new maintenance guideline, you asked for a list. We provided it and our stuff got repaired. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Our next meeting is
Special meeting on the 28th.
a special session on the 28th.
16.
We'll be in recess.
Okay, so before we get started,
be the two maintenance men.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Do they
They're
get a
happy
raise?
with it.
Well, yeah. Will they going to be getting a raise soon?
So let me ask you: did anybody catch the other issue besides the attitude? Did anybody catch the other issue?
We're going to give you 1 minute to put that up. We'll talk about something else and see. I'll start timing you to see if anybody caught the other issue in the video. That's a big problem.
A major problem.
Yeah. So
probably almost to me, it's up there as big, if not maybe bigger than the attitude problem. It could, because it's I'll explain why. No, not they can in Indiana. We can call recess that way. It's not the vote. I'll tell you, it's not the vote. And if you're from Grant County and don't say he isn't the president. Nope, that's not the issue. Is they're blaming the employees? Nope.
right there.
Tyler told us. I probably did it before I said it. I want to take you back and I want to show you this. Watch what happens. I know you all saw it, but I want to take you back and I want to show you what happens. Watch this. And this is their official live streaming feed. Okay, this is the official feed. Watch this.
If you would let her complete her presentation.
When the clerk stands up to come up and defend her. Now we have an elected official standing up to defend her. Watch what happens.
Without interrupting.
Because you took most of my time, Mr. Point. You. And I hope the public takes note.
I hope they do
because
too.
the big part of your campaign was transparency.
I wish you would let her.
We're done.
I hope the public.
Okay. The president, District 1, new counselor Shane Middlesworth, starts to bang, 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 beat the gavel. We're done. He says we're done. Now watch.
Takes notice of how these employees are so unappreciative of what we're trying to do.
You did.
Cut.
We need all the employees
And
to
then
work.
it comes back. Now, I've talked to an individual who has told me, a source who has told me, I'm like, what the hell happened there? I was told by a source, an unnamed source, that the video was cut because it's okay if Chuck Polling is showing his ass, but Shane Middlesworth, the president, started getting mouthy and he started raising his voice or yelling or whatever, and they wanted that cut out. So they cut that and they put this up. So that lets me know, number one, these videos aren't streamed. Apparently they're not streamed. Let's see. Let me see.
Wonder if the transcript has it in there.
No, because the transcript only it only goes by what's the time.
So if it cuts out, then it cut out.
If it cuts out, it would
Your
cut out.
presentation without interrupting.
Because you
That's
took most of
the
my
bad
time, Mr.
part.
Point, you. And I hope the public takes note.
I hope they do
Because
too.
the big
About-
part of your
I
campaign
hope
was
the-
I
transparency.
wish you would let her.
We're done.
I hope the public takes notice of how these employees are so unappreciative.
Yeah, no, it's done. Well, that better change come July, definitely, Alva, because July 1st is the deadline that cannot happen. But number two, I have already issued a records request to the Grant County government. I issued a records request for the full unedited video. Their asses better provide it. They better have an unedited version. But I'm not even going to wait. I'm about halfway through. I didn't finish it because I needed to make the stuff for the show. I will be filing a complaint with the public access counselor because I think that this is a problem. I think that this is an issue, and maybe they won't do anything. Maybe she won't do anything. I don't know anything about this new public access counselor. I had a great relationship with Luke, but we'll test her out. I know her as an attorney, and I feel like she's going to be good. I just don't know how she'll do her job. Jennifer Ruby is her name, so we'll have to see. But I am going to file an official complaint, and we'll find out what happens. But this is it. No, it was. Listen, I'm telling you from what I'm hearing, the video was there. The video was good. That's not what happened. They cut it because Shane Middlesworth started talking and he wanted what he says cut right here.
And I'll be honest with you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, right there's the cut. There you go. What? Go ahead.
What happened in Madison County? They were doing the same thing over there until we started putting them on live videos.
Yeah.
That's how they started discovering it in Madison County, because they're like, no, we know that was said. So people were going to my video to find the lag there or where it was absent.
Yeah.
So if you look, Kristopher, in your messenger,
yep.
I can't get the full thing to come up. I don't know if you can. That's the article that was published about this this horrible meeting.
Oh yeah, let's go see that.
And so
the public, real quick, we're gonna pull that up really quickly. The public, number one, if you want to stop them from doing that, citizens of Grant County, go there, start filming, open up your Facebook, and live stream the meeting. They cannot tell you you can't. What are you talking about, Nicole? Who's telling you can't record?
Oh, they've done that a couple times in Madison County, but we've stood our ground. We are going to record. They've done all kinds of things. Do not buy that.
Yeah,
that
they can't stop you. Yeah.
You can record.
Yeah, you can absolutely record. There's nothing they can do to stop you from doing that. Oh yeah. Okay. Really quickly, if anybody wants to complain, If anyone wants to send a message and say, hey, I don't like this. I don't approve of your behavior. I'm going to put this up. District 1, Shane Middlesworth. There's his email address. It's on screen. You can see it there. That's District 1. He's the president. Shane Middlesworth is smiddlesworth@grantcounty.in.gov. There it is. Right there, District 1. District 2, Chuck Polling. He was the biggest asshole of the evening. That's cpolling@grantcounty.in.gov. It's right there. You can email away. And then the last one is District 3, Ron Stewart, rstewart@grantcounty.in.gov. Email them, one or all together. There's also something that I would say goes to either their secretary or maybe all three of them, and that is just if you want that. I didn't actually write it down, but I'll tell it to you. It is it's just simply Grant County Commissioners, no spaces, all one word, Grant County Commissioners, also at grantcounty.in.gov. So there you have it. We'll put those up again throughout the video. That's what it is. And then just so you guys can have an understanding also, here are the three men. There's Shane, there's Chuck, there's Ron. There they are. Email away. Let them know how you feel. Don't do anything that's breaking the law, and have at it. But okay, so you're saying you sent me something in Messenger?
Yeah, so the first one is the article.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Right? And then the second one is there is actually a job posting for $50,000 for maintenance. That's the only job thing there at and then I want to tell everybody there is Chuck's business. I encourage everybody not to use him.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
That's up to you.
Let's do one of these at a time. All right. So the Chronicle Tribune from Marion wrote this out on, this was the 21st. Recent action by the Grant County Board of Commissioners to ban certain items, including plastic and live plants, from all county employees' spaces resulted in a heated discussion during Monday morning's public meeting. Due to some ongoing concerns with the building, we have recommended and we will enforce the live and plastic plants will no longer be allowed in the building, said President Shane Middlesworth. That sounds like the most ignorant ass statement. I cannot even comprehend that. Whatever. No more plastic plants. This will help prevent mold. So would cleaning, dust issues with maintaining air quality. Last week, the governing body notified all county employees and provided a full list of prohibited items that must be removed. The commissioner said this move will allow them to begin conducting air quality checks and address heating and air quality conditions in all of the county buildings. More on this story is available on our website. And the headline is, I hope the people, what is this? Do I have to buy a... Stand by. We're looking here. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can see it this way. Try to do it by going through the incognito window. The Tribune. Okay, let's see here. All right, I don't think we're going to be able to see this newspaper.
Okay.
Give me one. I'm going to try one more thing. News, local. Damn, I'm going to have to start getting the damn Grant County newspaper.
If you want to stay in the know.
Idiots. Where? th. Okay, we're almost there. 21st. Here we are. Let's see if I get to see it off this one. Come on. Nope. Okay. Well, I mean, it basically the newspaper rehashed. I would assume they rehashed what we just saw, which was an absolute joke. I cannot understand, man. This is the problem. And here's the thing: if these two guys are the heroes of Grant County, if these are the people that they put in over the bad guys, like, we're screwed. You're screwed up in Grant County.
Well, I sent you 2 videos on what he ran for. Those 2 videos are kind of interesting because now you see what a person runs their mouth and you vote for instead of actually getting to know the person.
Hold on. Article.
But again, I can't encourage many of you. The videos you want to record, you want to do videos, that is a government meeting. You absolutely can.
Yeah,
So
they can't
don't
stop you
even. I mean, let them arrest you. They're not going to because they're going to be in violation.
Yeah, that would be absolutely amazing. Listen,
that hands down.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I have been drug out of better meetings in Grant County. I promise you. I was arrested for speaking in a Winchester City Council meeting in November of 2017, and it resulted in a federal civil rights lawsuit in which they lost. And I've been drug out of a Madison County meeting, and that didn't go well. I'm just nothing. They can't stop you. Your First Amendment right protects you quite nicely, and I'll fight with you to the death on that.
And your First Amendment right does not say it's limited to 3 minutes.
No, that's true too. That is very true. Okay. Look, let's listen to what she's dug up here. What is this? Okay.
Because business people know what it costs, what it takes to run it.
We're not people that if something breaks down that we got the luxury of going, well, we'll just wait and fix that another day. We got to get it fixed today. We got to keep rolling. And I'm a mover and a shaker. In other words, quit talking. Let's put some action in there and we'll get to moving. And we have put, $7.5 million in the bank because of things that they wanted to spend it on that shouldn't be spent on. And we stopped that. But they should use the money to fix the things that need fixed, but they won't. Well, I believe that we have to have business people because business people know what it costs, what it takes to run it. We're not people that if something breaks down that we got the luxury.
Okay, this guy seems like
So go to the next one because that's even more interesting. Here's the thing. If he is such a businessman and he knows, clearly that because you deal in this cesspool of stuff that you've got to have functional toilets.
Yeah.
So I don't, this guy, anybody who voted for this man, you are insane because he clearly is showing you right now that he's all talk. He's not a man of action. This one's even interesting at how he ran, why he ran.
My name's Charles Poling and I'm currently on the Grant County Council and I'm running for Grant County Commissioner District 2.
Why are you running, Chuck?
Well, I've been on the Grant County Council for 3.5 years, and honestly, the council came to me and Shane and said that we actually needed to run because we had saved up so much money, and they was afraid that if we didn't run, all that money would go to waste, and buildings wouldn't get fixed like they've been doing.
All right, couple questions, Chuck. You consider yourself a government official or blue-collar working man?
I'm a blue-collar working man trying to change the government for the people because we are the government.
Let's go deeper into that. What advantages you think you can bring to the commissioner's office being a hard-working, blue-collar working man?
Well, I've been in business for 39 years in the plumbing, excavating, building. I built my own shop. So I bring a lot of experience as far as what things cost. So I can call these consultants out when they try to overprice it and say, no, it don't cost this much. And usually we're right.
You just hang out back here. You don't have any weapons on you or anything like that, do you?
I'll have a gun in the car.
Okay, where is the...
My name is Charles Poling.
So let me get this right. Because
Well, just hey, stop.
The people decided to recycle their elected officials. That's what you did when you voted these two in. Then you voted in somebody who knows how to do plumbing or whatever, sewer, whatever this guy does. And he says that we've got to fix things right away, but yet he stood up. Oh, and then he said that we, the people, are in charge. But he just said it was his meeting, not the people's meeting.
Yeah.
And then he goes on and, we can't wait. We've got to prioritize and have things working right now. People. Elections have consequences and you got suckered.
Yeah, that's no question.
Only the people can fix it. That room would be so full come the next meeting, it would be off the chain. But that would just be me.
Yeah.
Anyways, I know you guys are going on to another topic. I just want you to know that was craziness.
Yeah, that was total insanity. And I thank you to you who sent me this. Someone sent me this newspaper here. I just want to read this to you since we were trying to do it in the first place. So it says recent actions by the Grant County Board of Commissioners to ban certain items, including plastic and live plants from all county employee spaces, resulted in heated discussion during Monday morning's public meeting. Due to some ongoing concerns within the building, we have recommended and will enforce that live and plastic plants will no longer be allowed in the buildings, says President Shane Middlesworth. This will help prevent mold, pest, and dust issues while maintaining air quality. Last week, the governing body notified all county employees and provided a full list of prohibited items that must be removed. The commissioners said that this move will allow them to begin conducting air quality checks, which I don't understand. They couldn't conduct those with those plants being there. maybe I'm missing something. In the county buildings, employees were notified by email of these changes on May 12th, according to Middlesworth. During Monday's meeting, President Middlesworth also outlined which items fall under the ban. These include live plastic plants, space heaters, personal fans, and lamps from home. Wow. Middlesworth cited fire safety, electrical safety, and energy efficiency concerns as reasons why these items were banned. Once all the items are cleared out, the county can begin cleaning ventilation units and scheduling air quality tests, he added. When we took office, most of the HVAC units hadn't been cleaned in 15 to 20 years, he said. We need to make sure that our buildings have the best air quality that we can offer our employees. The goal is to regulate the temperature in all county buildings to between 70 and 74 degrees, Middlesworth added. Public concern and pushback. President Middlesworth opened the floor for public comments toward the end of the meeting. Megan Glickfield, who is a Grant County bailiff in Superior Court 1, believes removing live and plastic plants to added air quality concerns is overlooking the bigger issue. While addressing the board during comment time, she shared her frustrations about the work conditions in the courthouse. During her comments, she described the restrooms and other areas of the building as disgusting and unacceptable. Glickfield passed out packets to the commissioners and brought a slide presentation with her, both including photos and examples of areas she felt needed attention. I have worked in Grant County for going on over 8 years, and I cannot tell you the last time the building was clean or sanitized, Glickfield said. I don't say this as a jab to whoever is contracted to do that job, but it's not being done. That is a problem. There's not been a mop or vacuum ran in the 8 years that I have been employed here unless myself or other employees have brought their personal vacuums and cleaning items to clean up our space, and that is unacceptable. Glickfield pointed out that several bathroom concerns, including toilets that do not flush properly, urine on the floor, stains, poor water pressure, and toilets that are detached from the floor. I'm not here to accuse you, she told the commissioners. I'm here to get answers. However, Glickfield did not finish her slideshow presentation because Commissioner Chuck Poling asked her why she had not brought these issues to previous commissioners before she could conclude her remarks. Glickfield said she sent the board 2 emails last week discussing cleaning concerns, and neither one got a response. She informed the board this was the reason she was in the meeting and commenting at the podium. She said she did not have an answer for why she had not brought this to the board. Poling, although she did at one point say that her boss had. Poling said the reason Glickfield did not have an answer to this question was because we're making you accountable for air quality control, which is just absolutely dumb ass ignorant. That is so stupid. Glickfield responded by saying, I'm here to make you accountable for the cleanliness of the building. No, because we only have been here for 5 months, Poling said. When Glickfield started to respond, he added, let me speak. You're in my meeting. Your character is showing, Mr. Poling, Glickfield said. If you're receiving me here as being a problem, that's a you problem, not a me problem. That's fine, he continued. I'm just curious why you're talking about dirt and all these, but you've never came to a commissioner's meeting or a council meeting when I was on the council and talked about any of this. That's what I'm trying to say. We, the commissioners, run these buildings. We own these buildings. Glickfield said her superiors had brought up cleanliness issue to the current board several times, noting that nothing has been done about it, she said. Poling said, we just got here 5 months ago, and we're addressing all these issues you're talking about. As Glickfield responded, President Middlesworth said her time was up, and Commissioner Poling told her to step away from the podium. Clerk Pam Harris, who was also in the meeting, tried speaking on the issue, offered to yield her time to Glickfield so she could continue. Middlesworth said that was not allowed. It would have been nice for you to let her, Glickfield, finish her presentation without interrupting, Harris said in a response. President Middlesworth then hit the table with the gavel and said, "We're done." Glickfield said the board was not open to what she had to say and was upset because she was not permitted to finish her presentation during her comment time. That speaks volumes, she added. Before Harris and Glickfield left the meeting room, Commissioner Polling said, "I hope the public takes notice on how these employees are so unappreciative that about what we're trying to do. We know all about this and we're trying to fix it." President Middlesworth offered a few remarks. Commissioner Polling, President Middlesworth offered a few remarks following the discussion. He also said the board is aware of the conditions of the building. I didn't hear any of that. Is that what was cut out?
I didn't hear that either.
We was left with the way they are, he said, about the current building conditions, and we were going to do everything we can to make it right. It's not that we didn't know, it's just that everything takes time. We've been working on a courtroom. We've renovated courtrooms that just finished, and we're working on cleaning and addressing areas in the building. Other employees offered comments prior to the end of the meeting, including Bob Jackson and Cammie Savage, and thanked the commissioners for their efforts. Following the meeting, Glickfield spoke to the Chronicle Tribune after Monday's morning's meeting and said she was disappointed by the board's reaction to her comments and questions. Part of their campaign before they were elected was transparency. I don't feel they were receiving that with the commissioner, she said. Regarding Commissioner Polling, Glickfield felt his response to her concerns contradicted his opening prayer during the meeting, asking for help finding peaceful solutions. She said, "I think Mr. Polling showed his true colors today, and I hope people who voted in our county take note of that." The next meeting for the Grant County Board of Commissioners will be 10 a.m. Monday, June 2nd in the County Council Chambers at 401 South Adams Street. For those who cannot attend in person, the meeting is also available online with access code. What the hell? With access online with the access code 472-456-615 or by phone. I don't understand. Past meetings for the Board of Commissioners are available to view on Grant County Government YouTube channel. What they need to do is start streaming their meetings to the YouTube channel and knock it off with this weird-ass code that you need. Yeah. That's nonsensical. They better get it figured out.
It's just another hurdle.
It is. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous.
So covered some great things on Grant County. We're here to help. If you don't want to reach out to Kristopher, you can always reach out to me. People obviously found me. So if there's anything I can do, let me know. I'm the same with Chris. I don't reveal my sources because there's nothing to gain from that. So we'll do our own research to make sure you're legit. But I just appreciate Grant County letting us participate in their misfortunes. And, you know, disappointed isn't the word that I would use with these elected officials. Disgusted would be a better word. So it is what it is. Elections have consequences. And you know what I hope? This young lady who was there at the podium, I hope she comes back, she runs for election, and she beats the pants off of the commissioner whose seat is going to be up or gets on the council. Make her an elected official and then see how comfortable they are to say it's their meeting. So anyways, clearly they have no respect for other elected officials as seen by how they treated the clerk. And they clearly have no respect for women. And it looks like your maintenance people who sit there in the audience likes to pump the chest of these commissioners. And that's,
I don't know that that's the maintenance people necessarily. I think that was
whatever they are. It's pretty disgusting.
Keep talking. I got to get a water. I'll be right back. Keep talking for a minute.
So that's pretty disgusting within itself that, you know, that's allowed. I would have liked to seen somebody from the audience stand up there and say, well, now that you guys feel bigger and badder because you've beat up on these women, why don't you let us have a chance at this and explain to how this works? And for you guys who are all watching this, Listen, I say this from the heart. We have to sit down to go to the bathroom, and it's actually very disgusting where the whole world is your bathroom, just about anywhere. So there is a reason why it's a little more personal for us than it is maybe for some of you guys. So I just hope that in the future we'll see some men attend these meetings who actually can demand some respect for others in the room. And I would expect that if there was a man up there and something was going, the wrong way, that somebody would stand up. As many of you have watched the council meetings where they're beating up on Beeman, and I have no problem standing up there saying, okay, wants versus needs, and you guys are all morons. So, just think about that a little bit and the way that together we make change. So just because you didn't come here and this wasn't what you were going to talk about today, you certainly can get involved actively when somebody's at that podium and say, no, this is a good cause. She has a good complaint and we're going to stand behind her too. So we want to know what's going on as well. We can't yield our time to somebody. I do not understand why anybody gives these people this kind of control.
Yeah,
then they're upset that we're taking it to social media. Well, you don't give me a platform where I can speak. You're upset because you didn't respond and now you don't want to be addressed in front of the public. That's on you. That's not on us. If these people would do the right thing, even when no one is looking, they wouldn't be in the hot seat. That's just the reality of it. So I encourage a lot of you. Kristopher has the video up. I have the video up on my page. If you tap on that, you should go see the responses on that within with the original post. You should see all the responses. You should get on there and respond. Some of you have some great ideas. Get on there and speak, because you just keep bumping that post, but some of it's
beautiful
craziness. Yeah.
Witness, it's the 10th on the 2nd. I might try. It's 10 a.m. on the 2nd. I might try to go. I don't know. I'll have to see what's going on, but it would be a good idea.
Well, can you go check out the toilets?
Yeah, that would be fun. I do need to take a run up there, just to see what the hell's going on.
Just make sure you don't have to drop a deuce.
Yeah, right.
Man.
Yeah.
Take your own toilet paper.
Yeah.
This is one of those times where people, I want to say, we're paying all this money in taxes. There is no reason for anything to look like that in a government building, ever.
Yeah.
So that's just my thoughts. I don't know how much those commissioners make, but whatever it is, it's too much. They need to go donate their money back to buying toilet paper and cleaning those restrooms.
Brandon Rudd.
No, I'm using the politically correct terms. So on to your water issue now that you've talked about toilet issues.
Yeah, right.
It's just a cesspool of information we're giving out.
Yeah. And we talked quite a long time on this. I might just need to touch on it just briefly, and then it might be better to do it Sunday. The bottom line with this deal going on in Delaware County, Commissioner's office, and I believe Savage's office is in the annex building, not the courthouse. Where Commissioner's office, and I believe Cammy Savage's office is in the annex building, and not the courthouse where Megan works. Yeah, that seems probably right. That's about right, which is bullshit.
You got to go up there and do a live video tour.
Like walk around. I hate all that First Amendment type bullshit, but I could try to do that. I know the sheriff up there. I know he wouldn't do anything crazy.
Yeah, you got to go up there and do that. And I got your bail money. Just call me.
I'm not worried about that, but let me see here. Someone's messaging. Man, I'm trying to think. He doesn't work most of the time either.
Maybe it's the sheriff she's talking about, or whoever this person is.
Heat.
The The heat doesn't. I thought she
Jesus.
meant heat. Okay. I can read heat.
No. What in the hell?
What? Did you read this? They won't let you take your phone in the courthouse. Oh, that's good. This would be really good.
Okay. So here's the issue. Tyler, where's the council chambers? Where's the chambers at? Where do you go into the meeting? Is the meeting area in the courthouse?
Listen, if anybody thinks I'm not taking my phone into the courthouse,
well, now wait, hold on. So they legally can stop you from taking. This is a thing. They can legally stop you from taking your phone into the floor in which the court is on. Okay. So the courthouse is off limits to cell phones, but you can take your phones into the annex building. So that's
where are the meetings at?
In the annex building. That's what I just said.
Okay.
Look, no, because here's the deal. We went over this before. So I don't like the fact that you can't record in courtrooms. It's stupid. I think you should be able to, but the reason they don't is in case there's juvenile situation, blah, 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 various reasons, whatever. That's for another day. They can legally stop you from taking your phone into an area where the courtroom is at. Now, what this means is, for example, if your county building has the courthouse, has the court on the second floor, like Randolph County, the court is on the third floor. So you cannot take your cell phone to the third floor. You can take your cell phone on the first floor, in the basement, and in the second floor. You just can't take it to the third floor because you cannot be on the hallway that is aligned with the courts. So as long...
I just want you to know that I've been on every floor in the courthouse in Madison County. I've always had my phone with me. However, I've never turned it on the floors that there are courtrooms.
Madison County might not have that law, or they might not enforce it, but most do. Most do. I've never had a problem carrying my phone around, but most people, realize that I'm with the media, so they don't care with that. But a lot of places do push. Henry County fights it. Randolph County fights it, but just on the third floor. They don't fight it anywhere else. But Delaware County doesn't fight it anymore.
So this meeting that took place was across the street. It wasn't inside the courthouse.
Yes. It is not in the courthouse. That's what that person just said. Yeah, it's in the annex. So
listen,
you're allowed to carry your phone
like that, because I'm not going to have you talk to me like
that. I'm going to bang it. I need to get one of those.
Well, why don't you show everybody your hour clock? Because I went way past it.
Yeah.
Kristopher said to me before this, he goes, now listen, we can't talk about this for a long time tonight. I'm like, oh, don't worry, we won't. Well, look at here. You let the hourglass go on too long. I know. Do we do not attempt to take your phone into the basement down here? What's in the basement down there? Do you have a morgue?
I'm sure they do. As a little kid, I was always worried I was going to wind up in the morgue just walking in the hospital. Will you guys kill me if we don't talk about the Prairie Creek tonight? We can do that on Sunday. I'm just not feeling it. We went on too long.
This was a good topic.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I just we can do the Prairie Creek on Sunday. I'll feel good. We'll have the concert behind us. Listen to this. Someone just literally sent this to me. Listen to this insanity. This is from the Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith. What a night in Muncie. Thank you to everyone who packed the room to talk education, immigration, and the future of our Hoosier state. I thrive on honest, respectful dialogue, even when we don't see eye to eye, because that's how good ideas get better and bad ones get fixed. Your questions keep me sharp, and your stories keep me grounded, and your passion reminds me why public service matters. Let's keep the conversation going, keep challenging each other, and keep working shoulder to shoulder for Indiana's kids and communities. See you at the next town hall. Dude, he is so insane. Yeah, they're filled with water here. Yeah, right.
Positive person.
No,
his glass is half full.
It's his glass is half broken. It's there were 47 people there. It was not even like a little. There weren't even just a few people there. The building was so empty, it was ridiculous. And as a conservative, as a old time Republican, as a right-leaning libertarian, as a not Democrat, not liberal, not progressive, I have to say my message is Beckwith, for the love of God. I talked to him the other day. We talk on the phone pretty frequently, and I need to get a hold of him and tell him he's pulling a Catherine. He's oversaturating himself. He needs to stop. He needs to stop doing the town halls for a minute. He needs to sit down in his office for like 6 months and do some actual lieutenant governor work, and then maybe come back out. He's all over everywhere. It's people are getting bored with him. Honestly, I think.
Well, thank you that you think people are getting bored with
Not
me.
with you. No.
Oh no! You said what you said, and I want you to know
pulling a Catherine. He's oversaturating.
There are some good stand-up men who are watching tonight, and they won't have it.
They're all sit down. They're all sitting down. Some of them are laying down.
Probably. Les is going to bed because you have bored him.
Good night, Les.
Good night, Les. Alva's still strong with us, though, because he's bailing water down in the basement.
Yeah, right. That's crazy. Juvenile court and basement there. Yeah, that's true. Been a long time since I was there.
Yeah. Good night, Paula. Or no, she's saying good night to Lee.
Yeah.
Look, Don's still up. He's listening to us.
Who's Don?
One of the stand-up men who come on here and show you what's going on.
I need to buy me a gavel. Buy me a gavel. And I'm going to get it on a plaque like they give to all of the...
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to buy my own. I think the city of Muncie needs to give me a key to the city.
I think so too.
I need a key to the city before I'm going to tell Rose Selvey. I want to get a citizens recognition award and a key to the city. I think Roe needs to do that for my accomplishments in politics.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. Hey, Brenda Greider. Yeah, you're still here. All right, yeah, everybody, please don't kill me. We'll do and I'm not even going to change. I'm just going to let it roll because we're actually talking about the reason why we're not doing it. Normally, I would go back in and totally redo should I do it? Should I go back in and read? I'm just going to leave it, and we'll say it'll be to be continued.
You need to leave the thumbnail so you can give us an update and not forget if you got the 2 minutes.
Got the 2 minutes.
The clip that's not in that's missing from
it's got nothing to do with the thumbnail.
If you're going to leave it up.
I'll leave the video, but normally, we're not talking about Prairie Creek, so normally I would cut that part off. Did you not see the thumbnail?
I saw the thumbnail. I'm saying leave it up, and then you can just put a thing over there like that you'll update us on if you've got any records or not on Sunday, which I doubt you will because it's the weekend, but.
No, I won't have the records by then.
Are you really going to have a show on Memorial weekend? Are you just going to hold that till Tuesday?
Oh God, no! I normally do stuff right on. I don't normally stop for that.
3-day weekend. Okay.
I don't. Yeah, I normally do it. I normally don't do that. I did it one time, and this guy fought me because I said Happy Memorial Day. That was a big thing. Does everybody remember that? The people that have been here since a long time ago. No, remember the guy that fought me because I said Happy Memorial Day? He wanted me to slip my wrist because it was Memorial Day or something. I don't know. He wanted me to say bad Memorial Day. Like, I get it. Like, he wanted me to be solemn, you know, like instead of being like, Happy Memorial Day. I wasn't doing that. I was just like, Happy Memorial Day. Yeah, he was so crazy. No, Alva, that wasn't last year, buddy. No, that was 2 or 3 years ago. I don't know if it was Bastard's time. It wasn't Perception is Reality because I was here on YouTube. I've been doing this for such a long time. I'm ready to retire. Hey, did you hear? Did you hear? Yeah, well, yeah. Did you hear that Rob Kendall is saying like Rob Kendall has finally reached the point that Brandon and I are? Let me see this. Rob Kendall said
he was BFFs with Beckwith.
Yeah, he still is, but they fight all the time. I don't know, it's kind of a weird thing. Rob Kendall's saying, let me see it here. At this point, I'm leaning more and more towards what's the point in voting crowd. Nothing ever changes. People say one thing and then do the exact opposite once elected. There's no way to hold them accountable. By not voting, I could save myself hours in line every few years. Oh, God.
That's the life of being a commentator,
yeah.
You know?
Bobby Kern. I don't know. You know him?
No.
You know Bobby Kern? And that Megan Stoner still keeps... Dude, Gabe.
She wants to date you. She's in love with you.
No. She's dating.
Yes.
Her and Gabe are getting married, man.
Nuh-uh. You're lying.
Yeah. What were the 2 questions you asked regarding Grant County? Oh, no, it wasn't. I think I told that.
One was what was missing from the video. And that's we answered
the one question. So I sent 2 record requests and I sent 1 question. The first record request I sent was wanting the question I asked them. Well, let's just go down here and read them together so I don't have to try to. Yes, I need to start taking what's that medicine they take people for early onset dementia? Previtagen or something like that. I need to start taking that.
Donazepam is what I would give you.
I need to start taking it. I've always had a really, really, really good memory.
You just need some Ritalin.
I need a vacation.
I'm trying to give you a 3-day weekend.
2 weeks off. No, that don't work.
We're voting. Jackie says to hold your horses and feature that topic on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going to do that, Jackie. Yeah, thank you.
Prescribe you some mushrooms.
I do need some lysergic acid dithylamide. 2 hits on a sugar cube, please. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Grant County Commissioners, I said in this thing. This is a request for records under Indiana Access to Public Record Act, IC 51431. Under Indiana's Access to Public Record Act, I, Kristopher H. Bilbrey, host of the Political Spotlight, am requesting the opportunity to inspect or obtain copies of the following public records. The full unedited recording of the commissioners' meeting from 5/19/25 with the missing time that was cut out of the video that was placed on YouTube. The requested information is in the public's interest and will significantly contribute to the public's understanding of how the Grant County government operates. This will help foster communication, transparency, and allow for appropriate accountability for all involved. Okay? So that was one thing I sent. Then next, I sent questions for the commissioners. Commissioners, can any of you explain the hostility towards one of your employees who was speaking and asking for help with maintenance in a government building? Just wondering. So I sent that. And then I followed up with the second record request, which was Grant County Commissioners. This is a record request. I am requesting opportunity to inspect or obtain copies of the following public records: payments, invoices, contracts for maintenance, either of a full-time maintenance employee or maintenance employees, or for a contracted maintenance employees. for the county courthouse and all other county government buildings from January 2023 through May 23rd, 2025. And I sent those all out this morning. Let me check and see if they've responded. They might have.
You think on a holiday weekend, these people are going to respond to you?
I sent them pretty early. I thought maybe they would just say, I didn't know. I knew I wasn't going to get them. I thought they might just say, hey, we have these requests like they do. No, they did not respond. So
they're not going to acknowledge you.
I will get them. They'll say, look, I don't ever have trouble with record requests. The only place I have trouble every now and then is Madison County, and it's only every now and then. Just depending. Listen, I'm going to be honest. Since Todd has been in the auditor's office, I've not had anything from the commissioners or the council. Anything I request from there, I get.
Good. I'm going to give you some stuff to request.
Yeah, that was it. That was it, Messenger. So that's that. And then was there anything else? We will do the water and stuff on Sunday, so everyone will be fresh and we can get it and hit it right from the beginning. Get it and hit it.
Nicole, we know why you don't get yours. They don't like you. You're in the same boat with me when it comes to that.
What?
They just don't like Nicole and I, so we never get our records. We're shunned, and we don't even deserve it.
Definitely county commissioner's record request. Delaware. Yes. No, I've not got anything there. And we should be, man, I'm glad we're talking about this because I need to follow up with Sproles on that data. I should be having that GPS data here anytime soon, real soon. So,
you think he'll get reelected?
Probably a pretty good chance. It just depends on. I'm hearing some rumors and scuttlebutt about some people maybe going to challenge him in the primary. And if a person or two, I think, that might challenge him, he might not. If no one challenges him in the primary, he will win.
Let me tell you this: if he gets challenged in the primary and he loses, it will be off the chain in Henry County.
Yeah.
Until he's out of that seat.
Yeah. That'll be a crazy. You know what? Here's the thing. I just could see him just not coming back. Him like this.
That's what I mean.
Do that.
It'll be a free for all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The department to run it. I got a picture. Somebody, I can't say who, but somebody sent me a picture. He was up in Michigan at some kind of an event, and he was up there eating at a restaurant. And somebody that's a viewer sent it in and said, "Here's a picture of Sproles in the wild from Michigan." And I was like, "What in the hell? That's crazy! Someone would just be in Michigan and see Sproles just sitting there eating, and they snapped a picture of him." And then they sent me back and said, "I figured he just got done with a pursuit." I was like, I wish I would have said that. Did you see my joke about Diego?
I did.
What?
You need to be gentle on Diego.
Screw him, man. We need to run him all the way back to Guatemala with 2 chickens in his hands each.
Listen, he's just trying to take care of mi familia.
Yeah, right. He is so weird, man. Did you see the picture? There's a picture of him literally standing on a box.
Well, he wants to be tall like you.
Was it Brandon that said that? Did you say that, Brandon? It might have been Brandon that said that, not the person. And the reason I say it might have been Brandon's because he said whoever made that pursuit joke is a genius. So that makes me think.
Yeah, that's probably what he was doing.
Yeah.
He was probably up there in Michigan getting his special.
Yes, you know what? I think he would be better if he got some of that.
Look at Nicole. She's over Diego too. She's right there with you, buddy.
I can't stand him, man.
Now, personally, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't screw Diego, but you can.
Hey, 2 chickens in each hand, man. You never know.
He's not my type.
He's like no, he's too short. Miniature Morales. That's what I'm going to start. Hashtag Miniature Morales.
Oh my gosh. You can tell it's getting late because we're just getting slap happy.
What's his name?
Well, you're the one, Nicole, that put Screw Diego.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
She better be laughing.
Stumblefoot. 2 packs of gummies. You know what, though? If he was like Jeff Robinson, he'd eat the whole pack before he got back to Muncie and freak out in like in Fort Wayne. The guy that ran for mayor against the guy that ran for mayor against Stan Ridenhour, when he was running, there was a rumor that during the like spring primary, like right before the primary, he went to Michigan and got some gummies, and he also got some weed, and he had smoked it up in Michigan, and so on his way back, he got the munchies, and he ate the whole pack of gummy bears, and then had like a meltdown by the time he hit Wayne, and he had to pull over. That's hilarious. Now they always say that I asked him and he was like, no, but I guarantee you he partakes. I guarantee you. Listen, I'm telling you right now, I've smoked marijuana probably in my entire life. I've smoked marijuana less than 10 times. And I'm not it's not the kind of high for me. I don't like that high, but I'm psychotropics all the way, or not psychotropics. Well, I'm okay too, but psychedelics all the way. Acid, mushrooms. I would love to do DMT. I would love to do ayahuasca. The only thing that I'm against ayahuasca is they say like you have a really good chance of pissing and shitting on yourself. And I'm like, not really.
Listen, I had some kids come into the office the other day, college kids, and they were telling me about booger sugar.
Okay,
I didn't know what booger sugar was.
Oh my God. What in the hell?
They had to tell me what booger sugar was.
Jesus.
Do you know what booger sugar is?
Why? Well, so I don't want to ask you how old you are.
Who, me?
I'm not trying to ask you.
Take a guess.
Well,
I can't even believe you're taking this bait, but take a guess.
You're Chinese, so it really throws me off. It really throws me off. I forget what Asian you are, but it's really hard to tell Asians.
Well, I'm Japanese.
Yeah, I know that.
I'm from Kansas.
I know that.
I was born in Fort Leavenworth.
I'm a Kansas Japanese woman. I would say you're 53.
I will be.
Oh, Alva said too. What?
In 10 days.
Wait, when's your birthday?
I'm not telling you that.
Wait, you said in 10 days, Dickie.
It's not right. But in a couple days.
Wait a minute.
While we are on here, though, I got somebody I want to say, I'm going to give a shout out to a happy birthday. We're a couple days early, but happy birthday to Nicole Schuyler Kapazinski, who is going to have a birthday here, I think, in 2 days. Yeah, I think she's, about one in a little bit because it's almost midnight. But happy birthday to you, Nicole. I hope you have a great one.
Well, that's...
And she's going to get me some Japanese cannabis, according to her stuff right here.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Wait a minute. Come back. So those kids, when they came in talking about that, so you not know your drug slang?
Okay. And not booger sugar.
Okay. So keep in mind, I was a plainclothes narcotics investigator.
But listen, I didn't know if they were talking about Ritalin, because they snort Ritalin too.
Yeah.
So I had to get a clarification. They said, no, it's cocaine.
That's cocaine.
I didn't know that.
That's the problem, though, with drug slang is it can change, it shifts. Various people call different things.
Look, Alva knows how old I'm going to be.
We guessed at the same time. We different age groups call different things different things, and that's what's so hard about all of that. But yeah, I'm not into much drugs. I would definitely like if somebody has like I wish I lived in the time where they just sold laudanum on the corner. That would be cool. I would definitely down for that. But yeah, psychedelics is where it's at. So hit me up out there. I got a birthday coming up.
Like a day late and a dollar short. Where's he been all night?
Yeah, right. Hello there, nephew.
Like he finally came up for some air.
Yeah, right.
Got some oxygen going on over there, David?
I didn't know my nephew was here. I take all that back. Drugs are bad.
Oh.
So do as I say, not as I do.
Right?
Well, all right, folks. Katherine, you got anything going on?
Like this is the calm before the storm. I'm going to tell people everywhere, listen to me. May is soon to be over. We do know that the 500 sold out, so it's going to be televised. So woohoo on that. On another note, June and July are going to be off the chain everywhere. Telling you that right now. Elected officials, they can't control themselves anymore. Their houses of cards are crumbling. People are awake. They've had enough. So we're going to have some really exciting times, just so everybody knows.
Yeah.
So what that means is you need to give me more airtime because David misses me so much that he wants to hear my voice more often.
714, you know what that is in drug reference there?
No, but I want you to know that Alvis says 2, please. See, he wants double the fun. That's right. Us too, right? No, I do not know what 714 is. Is it an airplane?
Yes. They're not around anymore. It's Quaaludes.
Oh, okay.
That's before my time.
Yeah, I can't say that I've done any of those things.
Well, bullshit. Well, all right. Before we get Katherine's medical license pulled, we will bow off out of here. No show tomorrow. Brandon and I will be.
Hey, we want a couple live clips while you guys are out there. Like, I want you to get on and do a live thing while you're out there.
Yeah. We'll definitely. I always take some pretty good pictures and videos of Deer Creek. So we drug free. David, it's not drug free. You scratch out the F. You know, when they used to give I was the square. I didn't do anything crazy until 6 months before my 21st birthday. Then I kind of went crazy, but all my friends used to take those DARE ribbons and it would say drug free for life. And they would always scratch off the F and the R. So it would always say drug E for life.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. You know, it's good times. Yeah, we'll do some videos tomorrow letting you know what's going on. I will be here Sunday doing a show. We will do the show. Jackie said something. Jackie, I'm sure she's the one that's she's the probably the Maharishi as far as narcotics go. So we'll have to get her on sometime talking about all her times. Jackie said there's some kind of video or some kind of Memorial Day thing that they did. Thing at 8:00. I don't know how long that goes. Is it only an hour? Hopefully it's only an hour. I'll be live at 9. We'll talk about Prairie Creek and the park and what's going on with the water on Sunday. And then we'll have another week of shows. So we'll see what goes on. Is what it is. All right. Well, thank you guys.
One more thing. Word on the street is that, and I don't get me on the date just yet. I think it's the 3rd Thursday in June, I think. But Braun is supposed to be at the Madison County Tea Party.
I find that very hard to believe.
They've been announcing it for 2 months now, so I'll get the exact date on that, but that's what I'm being told.
Be a very big thing.
So just so you know.
How are they going to control the people coming? Anybody that wants to come in can come?
Yeah. It won't be a large crowd. Look at how many people showed up for Beckwith. We got plenty of room.
Yeah, Braun's a little bit different though. Man, I don't know. That'd be wild. Well, yeah, keep us posted about that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Exactly. I think he's going to cancel at the last minute too, Nicole.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that. But yeah, they said so.
Did he send somebody in his stead?
No.
He just didn't come.
He just didn't come. Remember, he was stuck in Washington, D.C. And then when they went to do the voting in Washington, D.C., he wasn't there.
He wasn't there. Oh, yeah. Because no, he famously was not in D.C. on the vote. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Bullshit, Walter. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful Saturday. God bless each and every one of you, and we'll do the Prairie Creek thing Sunday. Have a very good Memorial Day. I like firewater. Have a great Memorial Day. God bless all the people that didn't make it home from service and all of that. And have a happy Memorial Day or a sad Memorial Day. Have the Memorial Day that you want to have, but remember the reason for it. That's what matters the most. Guys, have a great weekend, and we will see you on Sunday. Goodbye.